Hello, everybody. So, uh, this is all you're going to get of me because I cannot show you the broadcast, but I will be watching it with y'all. For if you're watching the final round of the Ledgestone Open, uh, you are welcome to join me. With so many people log in. Perfect. Next round. Let's see. They're walking up to the approach. Thank you, by the way, for setting that up.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh. So clients in second. Hello, everybody. I see people are joining. I cannot show you the Ledgestone Open. I don't have like broadcast privileges. But if you're watching it, we can chat about it. Hello, Timothy. Much love and respect my way for my positive vibes. I try. What's not to be positive about? There goes Ganon. Ganon's going to be putting for his birdie. And since he doesn't feel nerves, this should be routine. No, he missed. This is interesting. So, this is the thing about the Lake Eureka course. Thank you, Christopher. Is that a 5-stroke lead is not a guaranteed win on this course because you can't play conservative out there because again, needs to shoot 6 or 7 under to make sure he wins. And if you play conservative, you cannot shoot 6 or 7 under. It's hard. And there's courses, especially the whole course, but early on you could get a 2-stroke swing really easily. And a 2-stroke swing, now you're down to a 3-stroke lead instead of 5. And that absolutely can happen. Yep, so Kyle Klein down by 4. You guys, this is the type of course I'm telling you, you can get a 3-stroke swing on the hole. Like it's not I don't say there's no holes, but most of the holes out here can be double bogeyed by a good player. And of course, they can all be birdied. Oh, is Ezra out of bounds? No. No, he was checking the thing. Casual relief from the rocks. I mean, they're going to have to get off to an early start, obviously. I mean, Isaac's now down by 6, and Ezra needs to make the putt to stay down by 6. You got some Stokely discs at your local shop. We'll give them a try for sure. Congrats on the ace. Thank you so much. I love getting the ace because it's like I didn't, I finished 2 strokes, I think, 2 or 3 strokes below the cash line, even though I shot like a 10-30 something my last round. But everyone's just so damn good. But you get the ace, you get all the coverage. So from a promotional perspective, that was really nice. I mean, it's nice to get an ace, anyways. But I mean, I missed my throw. It was going to go to the hole, but I kind of might have ricocheted off a tree. So, yeah, I think the big story here is basically Ganon. If Ganon can shoot his, 6 or 7 under, then he wins, right? But like, if Ganon shoots 6 under, he didn't shoot bad. Like that's like a 10-30 round, 10-35, 10-40 round. Are y'all watching Ledgestone right now? Yeah, Kyle Klein down by 4. It's gonna be interesting, y'all. By the way, we'll be watching for the next like 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So if you want to chat about anything related to disc golf or anything, just shoot anything you want. We can chat about anything. If you have any questions about anything, or doesn't matter, just feel free to chat and we'll chat with you. God, this hole's so mean. Did he get it flat enough? Nope. See, he's out of bounds. You got to push that past. You got to push it past that. Someone's got to be perfect for the first 5 or 6 holes and put the pressure on. Oh, it's not. That's off. Oh no. No, he's safe. So hard to tell for T-pad. I actually shot a practice round with Ezra and Isaac on Thursday. It's a lot of fun. Really, really sweet kids. See, this hole's so easy to go out of bounds on the drive, and then if you mess up your approach shot, like it's a double bogey like that. It's so mean. That's how you do it. I again just did it perfect. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Is he out of bounds? So he did the opposite. He actually got it flat like you're supposed to. I mean, obviously Kyle thrown out of bounds means he doesn't lose anything here. Yeah, here's the question though for Ganon. The shot to get to the hole is to throw a sidearm over the water on his approach. It's a pretty far throw, and if you don't touch safe, then you're taking effectively a 2-stroke penalty and rethrowing from that spot. So I suspect he's going to go for a backhand hyzer, but it's not like that's not the shot to get to the hole. So he's looking at bogey for like almost for sure. I say almost because it's freaking Ganon. And Paul's 7 under after 10 holes. It's ridiculous. There's Yakutine off on 4. That's all you want to do on 4. You just want to throw it into the woods. And there's about a 1 in 3 chance you hit something. I mean, that's what I did. I threw 3 shots in the woods, and one of them hit a tree and kicked me to. I mean, hit a tree and just dropped by the basket, like 20 feet. So Ganon is out of bounds. Are any of you watching the coverage right now, or let's see? Like, oh yeah, look at where Kyle is. Jesus, that's bad. That's actually like 150 feet in front of the tee pad. No, Kyle's not gonna do it.
Tries to go for the green, makes it. It'll be the best shot of the season.
Yeah.
It's possible, but
No, he's not. Kyle's not trying to get there. He's gonna try to take his bogey. If Kyle throws a sidearm approach shot here, he's accepting his bogey. He has to throw right at the trees hyzer. Is the only chance he has to get to the hole. But if he does that and he doesn't make it back in safe, he's going to be lying 10 feet in front of where he is. Oh my God, I think he's going to do it. Holy crap. This is why these kids. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. He can get to the hole here, but this might also be the end of his tournament. Okay, no, he played conservative. So he played the hyzer, but he wasn't trying to get to the hole. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So it was a really good throw, but I don't think he was trying to get there. God, that's so scary. There's so much anxiety on this course. Look at that, he almost hit these trees. No, I think he was aiming more right, but I got coffee, thank you. This Isaac. Yeah, Isaac's gonna make the stroke. Look at this. God, the shots they make look routine. And he throws in the water, but he's gonna get a he'll have a par putt from there.
Brian, was that a tree kick? Will be there for opposite. Just throw it. It kicked a tree. Yeah, you got to redirect off the tree there.
By the way, look at that. So you're talking about it's how hard this damn course is. You got three of the four players have already thrown an OB shot on hole 2. 3 of the 4 players have an OB on the course, and we're on not even finished the second hole yet. It's ridiculous. It is such a good course, but it's so hard. So Ganon, I mean, the shot to get to the hole is the side over the water. He's not even looking at it. This is probably smart. But this approach shot for Ganon's like almost impossible. Okay, he's not even trying to get to the hole. He's just trying to pitch out. He's taking his bogey, which is smart because Klein's going to bogey unless he throws it in from circle 2. See, even this is tricky though. He's not even trying to get distance on it. Holy cow! You almost threw out of bounds again.
See him get a first discount drive round over there.
Holy cow!
Fairway to actually get a fine look, but it sounds like it is inbounds.
And Isaac is barely out of. Jesus Christ! There's almost a 4th OB.
Right there. Watch it, boy. There's space. It's not the driver for Yakub on 35.
Did he call him Yakub instead of Jakob? He called him Yakub. Hey, if anybody has any, feel free to chat. I'm watching the chat as we go. So if you guys got anything to say, any questions, anything, feel free to shoot them over.
They do shorten, yeah, Coop to Kubi
They call him Kubi.
for some of them.
So get Cal Klein for par to gain a stroke. Actually, he's only about 50 feet, 64 feet. Which these guys make these all the no, not that time. He didn't lose a stroke though. He's still only 4 down. And actually, I cannot believe I can't even believe Ganon. Ganon's actually putting for par. If he puts this in, that's ridiculous. Does it say how far he is? I mean, it looks like, well, there's the circle, so 45 feet. Ridiculous. If Ganon throws this in, I'm going to be I'm mesmerized by how good he's playing. Okay. Klein's still down by 4. I mean, everyone else is down by 6 with less holes to go, so. I mean, for Ganon to be dominating when the field is this good and this deep, it's insane. We're watching the Ledgestone Open. And they're on hole 2. Look at Isaac. They're on hole 2 right now. Yeah, they're on hole. They're just finished hole 2, and it's a 4-stroke lead for Ganon over Kyle Klein. Ganon just missed a 15-footer. Ganon just double bogeyed. It's a 3-stroke lead. I'm not sure what happened. Ganon just missed like a 15-footer. I mean, I guess everyone misses 15-footers. You throw 115 footers, the best in the world will miss a couple of out of every 100. So that's just, I guess, what happened.
See that kind of
And then now they're walking up to the hole I aced. You guys have no idea like how hard that hole is. It looks so simple. It is not simple. Did anybody move? No, nobody. No, everybody was perfect. I was hoping that nothing happened. I was hoping that nobody like made a noise or something. I don't think it did. I think it was just sometimes everyone misses short putts. 3-stroke lead. And now it's a 4-stroke lead above Isaac, Jakob, and Ezra. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's only his third miss of the weekend. No, that's the way this course is.
coach on more positive.
It's the same. Are any of you watching the coverage right now? Hey, there's Isaac.
Pretty rough.
Now this is the one. This is the one that's so much harder than it seems. Watch. They'll probably make it look easy. Oh, nice. Just outside the bullseye for Isaac. It's harder than it looks. I'm telling you. Oh my God, Ezra puts it 2 feet away. Right as I say that it's harder than it looks. I think Ganon's going to throw the sidearm over the road, which opens up the out of bounds. It actually opens up out of bounds early, which it's not a guaranteed approach from there. That's the shot I was trying to do. Just circles edge to the right, and I didn't throw a single shot there, but that's what I was trying for. Ganon's going to throw one over the road. It looks like. Did he just split all the trees? Get in the hole. Oh. Wow. Ganon just hit a little window, but he's parked. Wow, I can't. I'm looking at the window Ganon went through. That's not the window he was going for. It almost goes in.
I think he's just trying to. He did pretty well.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. All right. Well, Kyle Klein now has to make a putt to stay 3 down. He circles edge. Here's Jakob on hole 5. Jakob's one of my favorite European players. I got to spend time and got to know. Oh no. Jakob threw out of bounds on 5. Here goes Kyle Klein putting for birdie. It's only 21 feet. God, it's so deceiving on coverage. That looks like the first one Ganon missed, which was like 45, but it looked almost the same. It's got to be more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that was like 33 feet. That was 11 steps. That was not 21 feet. Knew my eyes aren't like that old. Yeah, I know they all birdie to make the hole look so easy. Yeah, hole 4 is so vicious. I'm gonna throw. I am gonna throw a backhand on hole 5 next year if I come out. I have 3 more tournaments on the tour that I've qualified for. Like I'm not out, not some sponsor exemption or something like that. Because I got my tour card this year, so I get to play Idlewild and Great Lakes Open. I qualified for the World Championships, so I get to play the World Championships. But after the Great Lakes Open, I'm not sure. Don't know what's in store after that. It'll be interesting. God, this hole's so hard. Look at this. It's really fun.
Super slippery, grass super low.
God, I missed a 20-foot putt on this one yesterday. It was my only mistake. Really, I only had 2 mistakes. I had one short putt, and then I threw one in the water. That was my only mistakes all around yesterday. Wow, Isaac just threw a great shot. Jesus, pretty good. They're both 1040 rated. That's insane. I think he just parked it. Oh my God.
You see that?
Ezra's got a tap in for birdie. That's ridiculous.
Trust.
And then Kyle throws. I think Kyle just threw it good too. Oh, they just gave a groan. There's a tree behind the big tree. You can't see it on the where the camera is. He got the last tree. It was a perfect throw.
There's all that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago.
I think a putter's the shot. Oh, and Ganon he came up a little bit short. Ooh, he's gonna have to make a decision on the putt. That's a tough call because it's probably something he would go for on Thursday. But he's got a 3-stroke lead, but Kyle's got maybe a shorter putt. Really fun. Look at this. This is where Jakob's throwing from now. That's the freaking drop zone on that hole. It's like 300-foot drop zone. When there's no wind, it's I guess not that tough. Yeah, there's with no wind, it's not a big deal. But when it's windy, that drop zone is not a guaranteed up and down for your bogey. And you could go out of bounds and then wind up with a double. And if you miss the putt, it's triple. Like in a blink. That's why it doesn't make sense to even try to get to the hole on your drive. I think Gannon's going to lay it up. Is he going to lay it up?
Got 6 today.
Okay, yeah. So that's smart. He's going to lay it up. Oh, no. Gannon just got to roll away on a layup. I didn't see how far it went. Oh, he threw that fine. Oh, that was just a bad break.
Decent ways. Turn around. Disappointed. He's about 10.
Yeah, so Gannon's got like a 20-footer. Oh, hey, what's up, Russ? Cool. Dude, it's getting interesting. So I was saying earlier, this is not over. because Ganon can't play conservative. If he plays conservative on this course, you can't get enough birdies with the level of play of the players chasing him. Conservative ain't gonna cut it. Like, you have to be at least somewhat aggressive, and somewhat aggressive on this course is dangerous. So this putt he has right here is actually not that tough. This is about 30 feet. Oh, that's Isaac. Okay, so that's Isaac. I was saying Ganon didn't have that tough a putt. Ganon's putt's going to be a little shorter. There's Ganon's, yeah, see, it's, look at that. Ganon for par. I think he's missed all the putts he's going to miss for the round. I think the rest of them going in. But Kyle Klein's got a putt for birdie. Who else is watching right now besides Russ?
I don't see many guys go to the eyes around the side.
Wait, is Kyle inside of? Was he inside of Ezra? Oh no, did he? Oh, he must have laid up. Okay, so Isaac, Ezra, and Kyle Klein are all tied 3 strokes behind Ganon after hole 4. Paul is 2 strokes behind, so Paul's 5 behind, but he's on hole 12 right now. So the elevated baskets, I think it's just to add more challenges, because you build baskets up, you can even build them lower, but it just adds one more element of something you have to do. Yeah, I like the elevated baskets. I personally like them because if you have an elevated basket, you're forced to putt higher. And if you put elevated baskets by out of bounds or on top of mounds, then it increases the penalty for missing. And there needs to be more penalties for missing. Like, everybody's so good at putting. Like, here, I'll give you, I'll tell you, this is how good people are at putting on the Pro Tour. So last year on the Pro Tour, oops, Isaac going first. Oh, I think he didn't get it flat enough. Did he get it this time? Nope. So I would not be by any stretch considered one of the better players, the better putters on tour. So I'm like a below average putter for a touring player. My Circle 1X is 8, it's over 80%, like 83% or something. If you don't count the 3 events I was sick this year, but last year I was probably in the 83 to 85% Circle 1X. And the best players in the world are just over 90%, which means that I'm not even considered a good putter on tour, and I'm only 1 stroke every 20 putts worse than the best putter on tour. Like, everybody's good. Hey, what's up, Donna? Literally everybody's good at putting. So when the bad putters are 1 stroke out of every 20 putts, and by the way, if you have bullseye putts, which aren't part of Circle 1X, if you have approaches that you're not leaving yourself a putt, if you factor in that, and you also factor in Circle 2 makes, that means that I only lose a Circle 1X stroke probably every 40 holes to the best putter in the world, Circle 1X. So probably once, that's a stroke maybe every 2 rounds. Basically, everybody makes almost all their putts. And so anything to me that adds some element of anything to make it harder, I'm pretty much all for, as long as it's not luck. So Ganon just threw. Is he going to be in bounds? No, so Ganon's safe, but Kyle Klein and I think Ezra are in the circle safe. Isaac's out of bounds. How's it going out there, Donna? Keep seeing Dallas winning again. Who am I pulling for? I like all of them. I can't even like, and by the way, I'm not trying to be dismissive on my answer. Like, I like all of them. Like, I was talking, I spent, 15 minutes talking to Ganon last night at the Fly Mart about plastic. I played a practice round with Isaac and Ezra 2 days before the tournament. And, oh, you're in Arizona. Okay. That's right. I forgot. I keep thinking you're in Portland for some reason. Um, and haven't hung out with Kyle Klein recently, but I mean, I like all these kids. They're all cool. Like, you can pick who you want to root for, but it's not like there's anybody you're mad if they win. It's pretty, I don't know. I mean, it might even be better, honestly. Oops, here he goes. Isaac doing his approach shot. There's no wind. You should be able to get it 300 feet. Yeah, it's good. There's like nobody that you're kind of rooting against. Am I playing Deagle in Michigan next month? Absolutely. 100%. Hey, what's up, Christopher? Dallas tees off at 3 today. Yeah, no, that's right. It was last weekend he won the Oak Grove. I saw that. Yeah, so Deglow is the last official tournament this year that I've qualified for, where I qualified with my tour card based on points and finishes. After that, things are kind of up in the air a little bit. Who knows? Who knows what to expect at that point? What I think of a course at Jacksonville, Illinois, at Nichols, I have no idea. Didn't play it. I never play the non-tour courses. I only have so many rounds of like throws in my arm, and just because I'm older, and so when I'm out like touring and stuff, I never like I've literally in 4 years I've probably played like 4 rounds of golf, not on either tournament courses or out on the field doing field work. So I don't ever do like extra throws. Like if I play another course, that's a round of golf I can't play on a course I'm going to be competing on. Here goes Kyle Klein for birdie. I feel like they've already missed all the putts they're going to miss today. Wow, that was not good. He missed that one by a bunch. No, I didn't make it. I mean, I would love to. I would love to go out and just play for fun, but I have to stick with the stick with the plan. Even this course out here, Eureka, I came out here 3 days and it wasn't enough, but I can't play more than that. I was only out here 3 days early, but I can't play 2 rounds a day on a course this long in like that heat. There he goes, Ganon. Now he's made 2 in a row. Hope to see you in New York at Pat's Place in September. I will be at Pat's Place in September. Of course I will. I'm going to be doing a full day seminar. Is that posted? We're about to post it. I'm doing a full day. I'm doing a full day disc golf seminar in Ithaca, and we cap at 6 people, and 3 spots are already sold, but there's going to be 3 spots available. If you message me direct, I'll get you information. Love to have you out there. All right, now Ezra's down by 3. Kyle down by 4. Is that Ebenheimer down by 5? He's on hole 14 though. That's good though. Yeah, when you finish in the clubhouse early, though, you sit there and you watch as your spots go down every time someone comes in ahead of you. I love you too. And the Ren is great. I mean, honestly, all the discs are really, really good. I couldn't be any more pleased. I mean, and I'm not taking credit for it. I didn't design them. Whenever they say this, whenever there's a disc on the market and they said, "Oh, designed by so and so player," I'm not calling him out on it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm a professional disc golf. Yeah, let's say this. I'm not saying that none of the players designed the discs they say they designed. I'm just saying I'm a professional disc golfer, and I don't know where I would have found the time to learn how to design golf discs. Now the players can't have input. I had plenty of input on my discs. I had plenty of input on the plastic blends. I had plenty of input on how stiff they were going to be. Obviously, hot stamps, things like that. The names, the order of release, how they fly, how to market them, what they're good for. I mean, I got a huge say in a lot of things, but the actual design part, that ain't me. Wish it was. Well, that's not true. I say I wish it was, but that mean I'd have to sit in front of a molding machine for a year, learn how. So here's the thing. Here's the big secret about making discs. Nobody is great at designing discs, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is when you design a disc, meaning you do a CAD drawing and design the mold, that's not the shape of the Frisbee that's going to come out of the molding machine, because there's different pressures and different temperatures, and things expand, and when they cool, they do different things inside the mold before they come out, and then they dome up after they come out of the mold. Like you can't, like if you can take a destroyer and put it on a machine and get like a laser drawing perfectly to the nanometer of the destroyer, and then build a mold to the nanometer of the destroyer, everybody out there would have a destroyer, and they don't. The reason why is because it's a guessing game. And the thing about those guessing games is they cost about $25,000 to $40,000 per guess. So you have people who have gotten really good at wanting to design something, knowing how they want it to be, and then designing a mold that is the shape and configuration that it needs to be, so that the disc comes out and winds up close to the mold you're trying to design. And they can get pretty close, obviously. And then once the disc is in the mold, you have different pressures and different temperatures and different additives and different compounds and additive. I mean, things you put in the plastics, which make it cool at different temperatures and do different things. You can regulate all that stuff, and you can modify what you're doing. So, for instance, if you have a mold and the disc flies a certain way, and you're like, "Oh, I wish it was more domey." Well, an expert at making discs can do things to make it more domey. Like they know that if I do this plastic and this additive, it's gonna make it dome up when it cools. And then they could start to they build the mold to get it really close to what you want, and then the molding process itself can get it even dialed in more. But it's imperfect. And by the way, the proof that it's imperfect is that if it wasn't imperfect and it wasn't exact science, like wind tunnel aerodynamics engineering science, no company would ever put out a bad disc. Or there would be a company that has never put out a bad disc, because the person, why would they make a bad disc on purpose? So the fact that there's discs out there that aren't perfect is because it's an imperfect science. So that's the kind of quick rundown. I'm learning more about designing discs and building or manufacturing discs in the last 6 months, even though I've never been to my warehouse or actually seen my machines. Okay, this is the stupid hole. So I missed a cut by 3 strokes, and I shot 5 over on this hole. And it's so silly. This hole is so easy to par if you're just playing for par. And all I had to do is throw for par. Your feed keeps cutting off on the live stream or on a Disc Golf Network. I think that Kyle Klein might win the award for the most unassuming looking player out there. I would say if there's any player that when you look at him, if you don't like, oh, it's still good. When you see Kyle Klein, the gap between how good he is and how good he looks, like he just looks like he just looks like this nice kid, and he's a fucking murderer on the golf course. Like he'll be in the Hall of Fame someday. Like he's just. Would you kind of agree with that assessment?
Mm-hmm.
Like he is a absolute murderer. Like if Kyle Klein wins the World Championships this year, nobody's surprised. I'm not surprised. Nobody's surprised. And he could do it without looking like someone that would win the World Championships. But he's like one of the several best players on earth. Oh, I almost aced this hole 2 days ago. Your feed is streaming fine via mobile. Well, that's good. Yeah. Look at Kevin Jones is playing good too. Holy cow, Kevin Jones up to 24 under. He's on hole 11, so he's not going to catch Ganon, but damn. Look at Dickerson. This gap for Chris Dickerson is so big. Like it's not even like a gap. Like watch this shot. Oh wow, Chris Dickerson threw it right into the basket. I can't believe it. Shocking. Like it's not even close to it. Like it didn't even come close to a tree. I mean, honestly, like everybody out there is so good. That's what should happen on the lead cards, but Dickerson is ridiculous in the woods.
Side circle one, the check player. Fairway pops.
Now, here's the funny thing is that they're probably all going for the pin on their second shot on hole 5. Or is it hole 6? Hole 6. If they all go for the pin, no. I mean, they can all reach it. I mean, it's 885. It's only a couple 440 throws. Like, I mean, yep, he's going for it. He's absolutely going for it. This is so dangerous. What's going to happen? This is so dangerous. Oh, it's right in the middle. Okay, he was playing it safe. I don't think he was going for it. I think he was being conservative. It's probably smart.
He's playing for a spot. I'm sure he could be a bit more aggressive than that.
So now it's Isaac.
More hole, he can kind of lay back and go for mistakes.
Yeah, this is exciting. Here it goes. Is Isaac going for it? No, he's also playing more conservative. Oh, is he safe? Isaac is close. Oh, they're clapping, so I guess he's safe. So Ganon, like, he's been attacking it, but I don't know if it makes sense for Ganon to go for this. Now, the problem is, the trouble with this hole 6, is that if you throw any shot, basically, the hyzer, you're going out early. If you don't touch back safe, you're screwed. You're basically going to be throwing right up in front of you. If you go out left, you actually have a putt for par. And if you go out long, you have a putt for par. So as long as you air left and long, you're probably okay. But it's hard to like do that because then you're like almost throwing it out of bounds on purpose. Kyle Klein, is he going for it? Did he get it flat? He did get it flatter. Nope, he's no. Kyle's at the edge. Kyle just threw out of bounds. And you know what? And he wasn't really, I don't know if he was going for the hole. So now Gannon could almost park this hole and then for the win.
Restart the day. Pretty good 6.
Like this is like I think he should play it safe, but there's no way he's going to. Like he's going for the hole for sure. Is he going for it? I don't see it. No, and he throws it inside the circle.
Long look at birdie if he wants it. I think that's a super smart move.
Oh, he did play it safe. It looked like it was. I couldn't tell on coverage. It looked like he threw it in the circle.
Out of bounds. 7 on for birdie. 7.
Mhm.
1 second. Good support on the green.
You got to bring this hole. I want to see what happens on hole 8 because hole 8's the hole that I threw the hyzer over the parking lot yesterday and just mushed it. Like 100 feet past the OB. Maybe 150 past. I killed it. I want to see how many people are going to throw the same shot.
Two players, two stickers counted.
Okay. Calvin hasn't parred yet. Birdie, 3 bogeys, 3 birdies. It's 4 birdies and 7 holes. Is that Isaac? Okay, so Isaac, but then Ezra. It didn't even look like he was running that one.
Isaac.
Nobody's caught fire. If anybody had caught fire right now, here's Ezra with a chance. Oh, Ezra just missed.
Just making sure, yes. I like the way that he played that. I was kind of on the run, bird three out there.
Oh, they're looking at a call here. So they're picking up the string. Yes, you are. Philo says you're not supposed to do that. They announced before that you were allowed to pick up the line and tighten it. He's safe.
Did anything happen there?
Yeah, so they're saying that you're not allowed to do that. They announced before that you were allowed to tighten the string.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to find his spot for the meter. I don't know if there was a call that said he was in bounds or not.
No, he's in
I
bounds.
remember hearing that you can pull the line stake to stake, but
That's what he said. You
I've also
can.
heard some stories of players trying to get a little sneaky when they do so. So we'll see what the outcome is there.
No, I think he's going to be safe. No, the rule was out there that you can tighten the line. That was from the official when we launched each round or launched the first round. He says you could tighten the line, and then go by the line state to state, pulled tight. That was what the rule was. If the line got loose. $50 feet for Ganon. I got a feeling Ganon's throwing this one in. No, really? Danger's not that close to the basket. Yeah, I think Kyle Klein's safe. That was the rule. Yeah. Par for Kyle.
Sir, well, yep, it's for Klein, but as far as around, interesting. Really seen that happen in real time. See a red flag, goes up there, a little jostling of the line. Next thing you know, it's kind of birdie. First for me, man.
Let's see who's going for the hyzer. Who's going for the hyzer on 8? The hyzer that I threw on 8. Calvin throws right at the middle. Jesus Christ, well, that's why. He's Calvin. That's so much farther than mine because he went he went straight at the middle. All right, so Ganon's got 3 on Isaac and 4 on Klein. By far, that's it. It's a 3-person race unless something crazy happens. And Ezra put it by the basket. I think Ganon's going to throw sidearm here. Is he? Yeah. He's throwing. Looks like, is that a driver? Oh, he's got to be throwing a mid. Oh. Oh, he's left himself outside circle.
So two. Okay, okay.
Should have thrown the owl from Stokely discs. That thing went out of the basket every round.
Bullseye hit coming, fella? Sure hope so. It's this because it's autumn.
And it's automatic again. Look at that. Parked. That's at the trees. That's fine. Wait. It rolled right towards out of bounds. And then Isaac. Yep, he bases it. Pretty good. God, I want to eat more Indian food.
You want me to bring it over here? Just
No, I don't want to eat.
turn your stream into a mukbang.
What's it called again?
Mukbang.
Mukbang?
Uh-huh.
That's when people watch you eat?
Yeah.
Starting to shape up like the 600 is going to be great.
Yeah.
Started out for a little rocky.
Yeah, so Ganon is. I mean, Ganon.
Stop.
Oh, but of course it's so hard though. Those rounds they're shooting the 10 unders, that's so stupid. I mean, there's so many birdies out there, but it's not like they're all hard. Not all. There's a couple easy ones. I think hole, what is it? 13, 12, 11. 11's a pretty easy one. There's a couple fairly easy birdies, but they all got OB. None of them are like actually easy. Wow. Gannon hits the birdie putt, so he's not losing any strokes this hole.
He shook off those early nerves. He said that too yesterday. You know, I might get a little nervous. That's normal. It's supposed to be. It's such a low eyeballs on you.
God. Dude, Ezra's dialed. Ezra's playing good golf. How many of you guys are watching right now? Kyle on playing good. Okay, I want to see how many people throw hyzer on this next hole. It is such a there was a right to left wind. Nope, pulled it tight. Oh, it's not bad.
Bad reaction there. I'm sure that's inside circle one. With the sidearm there. Remember, they're flying this tricky bully, brother. It is tricky. That second shot is really the toughest part. I think this tunnel here to fire through going up the middle is not so difficult. Top level tour players. Plenty of space to work something left or right if your high flipper going something that flavor out this gap. A bunch of guys going up and over the top, playing safe, take that creep out of play.
Yep. Hello, Christopher Brown. If y'all have any questions about the course or anything, feel free to shoot them over. I didn't announce ahead of time. Donna Brock, got it on the tablet. You on my phone. We'll be switching screens back and forth when Dallas tees off. Thanks for the live feed. Makes this round interesting to hear your commentary. Yeah, next time I was planning on making the cut. If I knew I wasn't making the cut, I would announce ahead of time and people could plan and tune in. But I just went basically live at tea time, and when I went live at tea time, no, oh, Ezra just threw out of bounds. When I went live at tea time, that made it oh, uh, everybody was already watching coverage, so no one's on Facebook to know that I'm live. Okay, he's gonna go for the hyzer. Ganon's going for the big hyzer, like I did.
Spike, wide angle, eyes are there. Put something at the top.
No, Ganon didn't clear the trees. He's out of bounds also. That opens it up. Thank you, Casey. Thank you. Interesting. So they're all throwing down the middle. Ganon threw over the top like I did. I just threw it as a safety shot. I was playing for par. So I wasn't really cutting it very close. Kyle's going up the middle. And Kyle just shredded it. That's going to make it interesting.
Center, get over on it.
That was a great throw.
Right? No. Right. Opposite.
Yeah, see, two people missed the gap up the middle. It's not that easy of a gap. Like, I mean, it's not hard, but it's not easy. It's totally missable. Everybody could miss that gap up the middle for sure. It's not no one's tapping that in. Yeah, and where they're going from the drop zone. 3 of them are throwing from the drop zone. So 3 people missed through OB. Nobody's saving par. Jay, what are your thoughts on the GG roller that got blocked by the spotter trying to hop over and ended up being OB? He ended up taking par with pretty upsetting break. Do you think there needs to be a rule change for those scenarios, or just part of the game? So first off, I would never ever hold anything against the spotter. I would never personally ever hold anything against somebody who's volunteering to make things better for us. When you put a bunch of spotters out there, they are part of the course. And it's a part of a course that we love having because the spotters find our discs, the spotters pull our discs out of the water for us. Like, the spotters are the best. And so it's unfortunate. I would just chalk it up as an accident. Now, it would be nice if you could say, well, give it to him where it was going to land, but then how do you do that? Like you don't. It's tough when there's things that are subjective. Like, clearly his was going to land safe, right? Clearly, unless it hit one of the stakes, or unless a gopher popped his head up and it hit a gopher, or we misjudged the angle because we're watching it on a camera. So it's you going too long? Okay. Oh no, Ganon didn't throw a good approach shot either. So I would tend to say probably you just have to take it as a bad break, just because clarity is such an important aspect. But if they change the rule so you estimated where it's going to land, I wouldn't argue with it or say that was a bad rule change. It's unfortunate. To be honest, I feel bad for the spotter because Double G, he's such a great guy. He's not upset over it. He's not pissed. He's not blaming the spotter. He's not going to, he's a great guy. And the spotter has to feel awful. So I feel bad about that. Do you think the brothers talk out there to try to cheer each other up? I think they all talk to cheer each other up. They're all friends. Everybody out there they're friends. They all hang out off the course. Especially the Robinsons and Ganon, they'll probably have dinner together tonight. I'm probably going to like loans like some steakhouse or something and just having dinner. It's really
I think it just changed the flight so
nobody's it's not cutthroat. I mean, it's cutthroat as far as like you're trying so hard to play better than everybody else, but there's no emotional cutthroat with the people out there. Everybody's friends, everybody likes each other, everybody's rooting each other on. Nobody's gonna make a shitty call against their teammates out there. Like it's just not like that. So I think they talk to each other, but I think everyone does. Even their competition is friendly. Like they're all best friends. So for sure they do. Oh, by the way, the other reason why I wouldn't do the think about a rule change thing is that it's one of the to me it would have to happen a few more times. One of the things this is like one of the best descriptions I've ever heard of America is America doesn't react, it overreacts. Everything. Oh, what did Kyle just do it out of bounds? Unless he hits the tree. Nope, he's out of bounds. He just gave away. He had the window open for him right there. It's like it's 4 of them out of bounds. This course is so hard, everybody. 4 of them out of bounds on this hole. Anyways, but so like making a rule change because of one thing that happened is an overreaction. Like it's not like it happens all the time. It's kind of like when the Eagle threw the grenade that hit the guy in the head. Like I posted immediately about that, and my post was, "Please don't put helmets on the camera crew," because the typical like American reaction is someone got hit in the head. Let's put on safety gear for every single staff member or something like that's the type of shit that happens here, and it's so dumb. So yeah, so I think it's just sometimes it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Girthy, but it happens. I should do a hot take, huh? Think so? Hot take. Should there be a rule change and then talk about? Yeah, no, that's what I should do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Does that sound like a good hot take video?
Sure.
I'm gonna do a hot take video today, and should I post it today after the round?
Mhm.
So I gotta post it. Hey, how about this? How about what?
It happened yesterday.
It happened yesterday. So what I need to do is I need to shoot a hot take video during the round so it can air right after the round. So I should make a I should shoot a hot take video live on the internet. So everybody watching can watch my hot take video.
Technically, we could just put what you just said.
Mm, yeah, no, because I could be way more concise with it. And besides, can you clip it until we actually like while it's live, and it won't be the highest quality. No, I think. Wow, Gan's made a great shot. No, what I should do is in a couple minutes, I should set up you should grab the camera. I should do a hot take video and you should get it uploaded to YouTube with a thumbnail. And you should get a thumbnail. And then as soon as the round's over, bam, we go live on my hot take video. That sounds good. I love it. That's what we're going to do. Thank you so much for the idea. Who gave me the idea? Jake. You just got me a 40,000 view hot take video. And then say, spotter interference, should the rule change? Because it did also happen, and it cost a stroke to AB in Las Vegas last year also. So it can happen. And God, I can't believe Kyle did that. Kyle could have could not connect to the internet. Stop and try again. Let me click and watch live again. Now I have a connection problem. I'll be one of the 40K. Awesome. Thank you. God, they all bogeyed. I'm telling you guys, this course is hard. I'm like talking about how this course, I made a short about how much I like this course because of how hard it was. And then when they go out there and they make it look, I don't want to say they make it look easy, but they kind of make it look easier than it is by being so good. It's like, no, it ain't that freaking easy. I mean, it's not easy. I shot 400 yesterday, and I'm telling you, I mean, I'm not Ganon Burr or at this point or anything, but I'm telling you, my 4 under was a good round of golf. I missed one putt. I threw two bad drives out of bounds, but I saved par on like a 60-foot putt on one of them, so that was kind of a wash. So I really only got two bad shots the whole round for my 4 under. I played really well. Made the rest of the putts. 4 under is a good score, and that's several below Calvin and Ganon's rating. That's like 3 below their rating. So nothing changed on that hole. Ganon still got 3 strokes on Ezra, but Ganon's even through 8. Ezra's 3 under. He's making strokes. Do you like the idea of recording the hot take right now? Hey, there's a commercial on right now. I'm gonna go take a commercial break in the restroom, and then we'll set up the camera. You can film me doing a hot take. Sound good? Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys can watch the hot take video, and then I'll post it before right when the end of the tournament. Back here on the bridge hole. Some early. Okay. Did Ganon just park it? They clapped. See, Ganon parks it, and Ezra's smiling. They're all friends, man. It's a beautiful thing. Did Kyle just out of bounds? No. Did he call it fluffy? That's my word. I use the word fluffy all the time for when you. I think it's the worst thing you can say, but to a guy about his putt when it comes up short, say it was fluffy. No guy ever wants to have their putt called fluffy. They don't want anything called fluffy. Even if a guy had like a fluffy pillow, they wouldn't want their fluffy pillow called fluffy. 350-foot putter shots are nutty. Honestly, it is nutty, but at the same time, that's kind of the level. I mean, I'm throwing. I mean, I'm an old guy, and I'm that's in my wheelhouse pretty routinely. Actually, kind of kind of like I'm actually not. I'm not kind. That's it. Kind of an old guy. She says, kind of an old guy. No, I mean I throw 350-foot thumbers. I still throw pretty darn good. But that is the thing about it. That's just it's distance control. Like I didn't like I didn't throw the owl on 18. I mean on 17 out here, but like I was practicing it. Yeah, Macbeth is sneaking up, but he's got a few holes left. Like he would have to like birdie out and then hope. I mean anything can happen, but he's definitely a bunch of holes behind. No, Klein's not going to miss this. This is routine for these damn kids. Watch this. Kyle Klein's like, oh, 30-footer, need to make it. Yahtzee. Gross. No, that's not gonna. They're not gonna fall apart. You know, the only thing that can happen is Ezra or Kyle get hot, which can happen. And if they get hot, if one of them shoots, 6 or 7 under on the back, that means Ganon's gonna have to shoot 3 on the back, and 3 on the back's not that's not easy. That's like good golf to shoot 3 or 4 under. So keep in mind too that keep in mind that hole 17 could easily be a 2-stroke swing for anybody. Like, so nobody's guaranteed of not losing 2 strokes.
30, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60. Up, down, up. Go fast.
All right. Hello, Ed. So I'm about to shoot a hot take video, and you guys can all check it out. Ebenheimer on 18. Oh, he's going to make this for sure. Yahtzee. Oh, Jake's such a good dude. He had a good round.
Up 14 spots.
Ebenheimer shoots an 11 under. I mean, it's ridiculous. Did Ebenheimer tied for 5th? He might hang in there. All right, you want to shoot the hot take video?
If you shoot it live, then we're not gonna, they've already seen it.
No, but don't I need to have it ready for when the round's over?
No, it'll take you 3 minutes.
Okay.
Just do it when
And then the
you're
upload. All right, I'll do it when the round's over. Yeah, this is so deceptively hard. You got it. Oh, like it's not that hard. I mean, I birdied it with a sidearm. Hello, Russ. I'm back. Put it on the other TV, and now it's working great. Scott, am I going to be coming to play any clinics in Oklahoma in the future? Not in the immediate future. I've been there twice in the last year, but there's such a big country and now, such a big world because the off season will be out of the country. Thanks, man. Thanks. It was a fun ace. Okay, I think it's ridiculous that Ganon's throwing a sidearm on this hole. It's like 425. Like they all have sidearms, but it wasn't that long ago that I was the only one that was going to be throwing like a sidearm on the 425, or at least there wasn't many people. Even if they can throw to 425, they wouldn't choose it on a 425 hole. And Ganon has got such a good backhand, he's still going to throw sidearm. And oh, he threw it really well. He's going to have a good. Yeah, look at that. He did it really good. He did it better than I did it. No, I birdied it once. I gacked it last round and threw it out of bounds, right, like 60 feet short, but threw in the par putt. He didn't get it over. That might be it's safe. Not by a lot, though. Interesting. That was an interesting choice. I'm assuming I'm scheduled to go to Deglo. I am. So the short of it is, I have 4 tournaments left this season that I've qualified for. Like, not, I'm entering because I, was able to get in or something like that. Like I got 3 tournaments, Idlewild. Wait, 2 tournaments, 3 tournaments total now. I guess it's only Idlewild and Deglow that are my last 2 tournaments on my tour card, and then Worlds. So I guess I only have 3 tournaments left. Shoot, am I down to 3? And then because I was sick for half the year, I'm not getting a tour card for next year. So I will have to make some big decisions because so Group D Glow will be the last tournament that I've qualified for, unless I do something special and qualify for Green Mountain or Maple Hill or something. But I'll have to decide what the plan is after this, because I think my rating's high enough where I'm still like 1013 rated, so my rating's high enough where, like, on the tiered entry system, I'll still get into all these events, so I can still actually just enter, but I won't have my tour card, so I'll have to decide how I want to do that. It's a pain in the butt to enter tournaments on the fly. I don't want to play with a sponsor exemption. Something about that I don't like. I want to make sure that I'm out there because I deserve to be based on my play, which if my rating's high enough, I am. But I would sure like to, maybe I'll just win D-Glow and then it'll fix everything. Could happen. I believe. Oh no, Isaac could.
Plastic pipe garage, 3-4 inches off the bar top. Stealing that. That was that.
Wow, too bad. If I get a win next year in the last 3 events, you get a tour card automatic for next year. Is it a tour card automatically for a win, or is it just because I'll have enough points?
It's enough points.
That'll probably give me enough points. It really stacks heavy.
Yeah.
You know, the problem I had when I was like in 2022 is that I played like top 75 players got their card, and I was like, I averaged, better than 75th place, but I didn't have any top 10s. And it just stacked so heavy at the top. There's a lot of players that they might have been the 90th best player, like, on the tour, but then they had a top 10 finish and they bumped up to number 52. And so I was outside. I was like number 83 or something like that, even though I averaged far better than that. Which I'm not complaining. It's like you set up a point system, however you think, if you feel it's more important to stack it heavy at the top because you want to reward stellar play over consistent play, that's fair. But it just didn't work with how I finished. So we'll have to see. Yeah, that course is a bitch, but it's a good course. I can play well out there. I mean, I reach every hole on the tour. I mean, there's no hole on the pro tour I can't get. Like, there's no par 3s I can't reach pretty easily, and there's no par 4s I can't reach in 2 throws pretty easily. So there's no distance barrier. My putting is pretty good. Like, I'm in the pack somewhere as a putter. So it's just a matter of throwing better shots. That's it. I just got to keep throwing better shots. Let's see. We'll see. So it's getting a little tougher, though. Oh my God, Paul just shot. Paul's 12 under with 1 hole to go. Ha, it's amazing. Holy shit. Look at Paul, 100% C1X, 50% Circle 2, 88% greens in regulation. It's so stupid. And he didn't get hole 16. You know why? Because I guarantee if he missed hole 16, he went out of bounds. Guaranteed. Because I'm sure he threw a roller. And if you throw a roller on 16 and you're safe, you have easy. Oh, Ganon just hit an early tree. Might push him. Oh, just left him short. Okay, so Ganon probably giving up a stroke here because this is not a hard hole. Do my nerves still get to me? Actually, I don't. Let's see. Isaac is gonna throw. Oh, Isaac just parked it. Oh no, he's short also. Yeah, I'd probably make it though. No, I don't. So it's like, yeah, I don't get nervous. I don't get nervous at all. It's not that I don't care. I care very much how I play. It's very important to me. Even if it's not about winning as far as how I play, but it's Kyle threw out of bounds. It's not about winning as much as it's about making like if I did have any anxiety, it's over people thinking I shouldn't be out there. And I got to make sure, like, you know, I was out for health reasons. And then I came back and I cashed at my next two Pro Tour events. And all I thought when I cashed at those was, I thought, good, everybody knows I belong out here. Like,
This would be kind of a practice round with a group of friends.
so,
Why would you do that, right?
but I still don't get nervous, though. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of
I just,
lining up exactly with what I was kind of speculating.
it's such a long answer because it's not that I don't care. It's that I have no control over the outcome. You know, I won't go into a full thing here, but if you search on my YouTube channel for conquering putting nerves and anxiety, it explains it all there. But basically, we have no control over the outcome of our throws. You know, if we had control over the results of our throws, it would mean whenever we threw a bad throw, we must have done it on purpose, which is obviously not the case, right? All we have are probabilities of success based on our skill level, how much we practiced, our decision making, etc., conditions. But then when you actually throw, you have no control over the outcome of that individual act. And so since I know this, there's nothing to be nervous about. I just step up and just throw. And then I'm just a spectator to my own game. Helps a lot that I'm not playing for money. You know, all my prize money I donate all my money to the special needs organization. So I'm effectively an amateur, right? So I don't have to worry about like putting gas in the tank, which is nice because I have alternate sources of income. So yeah, no, but I really don't get nervous. The only thing I have control over, the preparation we take beforehand. Yeah, you can control whether you have good mechanics. You control are you taking care of your body, how much you practice, to some extent, get a good night's sleep. Other distractions in your life that you could get out of your life, not have them in your life. Choices you make. Like there's so many things you control, but you don't control the outcome. Here goes Ganon. Ganon's up by 4 over Ezra. And okay, that's gonna, yeah. Dale says, I love seeing you compete with these young guns. Gives me hope every time I play a tournament. Yeah, I enjoy every second of it. Now again, it's back to a 5-stroke. We go into the back 9. It still ain't over because of everything, but that's going to be tough. No, that is true in aspects of life. I mean, that's like we were actually having this conversation just this morning about how much people get anxiety over so many things that shouldn't give them anxiety. And we were talking about all the different examples of Kyle just took a double bogey. Yeah. Wow. So the anxiety people having we're talking about all these different things like why would someone get anxiety over this, or why would they get anxiety over that, or why would that make someone anxious? And then we looked at it, we're like every single thing we came up with had to do with control. Every single one of them was like not being able to control something the way it was. Like I got sent to the wrong hotel for the Fly Mart 2 days ago. And like I got there, I went to the Comfort Inn north of Peoria, and there was nobody there to set up for the Fly Mart. And then we went online, we found that it was at the other one when we drove there. Like that would never upset me, not even for a second. It would upset some people. Well, why would it upset them? Well, it's because of control. They want to be able to control never being sent to a wrong place or never having anybody make a mistake when they give you an address. But since you can't control that, then it's nothing to get anxious over. If you think you can control it, then you get anxious. I know Kyle Klein, right? like, I'm not worried at all about him. He's just having a tough round. Like, he's still probably on my fantasy team, maybe one of my fantasy players to win Worlds this year. Disc Golf Day 24. Hey, that's Power Grip. Those guys on the Power Grip, they're carrying Stokely discs. I'm about to announce it, like, probably tomorrow, I think. That Power Grip Disc Golf is carrying Stokely discs. It's funny, right?
Upgrade your game. Upgrade your look.
Yeah, this round. Like, I was surprised, except it just shows how tough this course is. They made it look so easy yesterday, but it ain't. Yeah, I don't think I understand. I look at a lot of these commercials. I'm not sure they understand how marketing works. I think a lot of the companies. I mean, everybody's making a commercial. Not everybody, but so many people are making a commercial for their companies that look just like every other commercial, which is basically like you're paying money to be invisible. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, you might as well just put like every disc store's banners on like the screen at the same time to go, here's all the stores that sponsor the tour. It's just they don't understand marketing. Let's see. Ed says, has anyone ever played with called you grandpa? I only ask because when I play with my son's friends, they're always cracking old dude jokes as I beat them. Yeah, no. I mean, well, first off, when we're competing, no one makes any type of jokes like that. It's just not the vibe anybody's trying to set. Even though it's just in fun, nobody would even say that. But generally speaking, people don't joke. They could joke a lot more. I'd be totally okay with it. I think, in my opinion, what?
Yeah, in Europe they did.
Oh, in Europe they did a little bit, yeah. And they should.
But it was affectionate.
No, it's when people make jokes, like the players make jokes, it's very affectionate. I have everyone's respect.
They said, "How does this grandpa throw farther?"
Yeah. They were like, how does my grandpa throw farther than me? So like it was a backhanded compliment, right? But no, everybody's just nice and polite, and I think I've earned everybody's respect, and I think that they respect me back. And not that making jokes is disrespectful by any means. If you guys know me, it is my opinion, if an individual gets offended by a joke, that person's wrong. It does not matter what the joke was. If it was intended as a joke, it does not matter. If the topic was subject matter, content, I don't give a shit. Like, I will never get offended by a joke. But I don't even think they want to joke because they feel like it would be disrespectful. So I respect the fact that they feel that way, even though I wouldn't have a problem with it. And I would and if they did make derogatory jokes about me, I would just ask their moms out on a date. How about that? Am I allowed to say that? That's a joke. If someone got offended by that, that's not my problem. That was funny. And by the way, it's not the words I was going to use, but those are the words I use on publicly. No, the kids are all sweet to me. Was my trailer ever found that someone stole while you were here in Oklahoma a few years ago? No. It will never be found. Yeah, no, that's if you're new to watching this, a couple years ago we were in Oklahoma. Every single thing we owned, about $20,000 worth of like everything. We got rid of everything we owned, me and my girlfriend, except for like just one 4x6 trailer full of things. that we didn't want to get rid of because sentimental values, jewelry, paintings, things like that. And we parked it. We parked it at a hotel, and when we came back, it was gone. That's it. No, I never did get it back. But the funny story about that, though, and there's a picture of this up on my YouTube channel. If you search for Scott Stokely stolen trailer, you'll see the picture, the thumbnail. when the cop that came out to do a police report, we had to itemize everything because we thought insurance would pay for it. Of course, insurance didn't cover anything because they're freaking shysters, every one of them. Even though we had theft insurance, they figured out a loophole. And paid none of it. But anyways, we thought they were going to pay because we had insurance. We had been paying for it. And the cop came out, got the full report of, hold on, Macbeth is thrown over the water. Oh, it's not a bad shot. So anyways, the cop did the full police report. He got every single thing that was in the trailer for the insurance company. And he goes, is that everything? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you sure that's everything? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right. Can I get a selfie with you? And the cop took a selfie with me because he was a disc golfer and a fan. So the thumbnail about my trailer being stolen, I go, yeah, you get a selfie with me if I could take a picture of you taking a selfie with me. So the thumbnail for my trailer got stolen YouTube video is the cop taking a selfie with me. Isn't that great? It's not worth $20,000, but it's worth something. Yeah, that's the whole, I did the roll around the tower. Don and Brock, that's funny. Yeah, it's totally true story. Insurance companies just scam artists. Oh my God, you have no idea. So so check this out. This is I want to see if Paul makes his putt. If Paul makes a putt for 13 under, I'm gonna lose my mind. You can't make no. Oh, we almost went out of bounds. No, so here's the funny thing about the insurance company. So all of our stuff was in a trailer, right? And we said we got insurance, including theft insurance for the trailer, right? In case someone steals the trailer. Well, we were driving to the tournament, so we unhooked the trailer from the Jeep, put a little lock bolt thing in it, right? So no one could steal it. We drove to the tournament, and then someone showed up and then stole the trailer. The insurance wouldn't cover it because it wasn't attached to our vehicle. Swear to God. The insurance company says, no, your trailer needed to be attached to the vehicle. And it's like, so in other words, if they'd broken the thing off of the back of our Jeep and took off of the trailer, it's covered. But because we left it there to go somewhere and put the same exact bolt thing in, they said, yep, we're not going to pay for it. $20,000 out the window. So we're like, all right, screw you guys. So we went and got another insurance company because now we had everything we owned was in the back of a Jeep. And we managed to get merchandise, and I had boxes of stuff. But I ended up having about $10,000 worth of stuff in the back of the Jeep. And when we got insurance for the Jeep, we said, now this has theft insurance, right? They're like, yes. I go, so if we get robbed, everything's covered, right? The insurance company says, yes, you have theft insurance. If you get robbed, every single thing. I said, not just the Jeep. I said, everything in the Jeep is covered. And they said, yes, everything in the Jeep is covered. All right, so we got that insurance company. So like 3 months after the trailer got stolen, no, Dale, you're not going to believe this. So 3 months after, we were in Las Vegas. Maybe it was like 5 months later, but we're in Las Vegas. We're parked at a casino. Somebody goes, pulls up, takes a knife, cuts the fabric on the back of the Jeep, goes in and steals everything out of the Jeep, $10,000 worth of stuff. The insurance company, we said, well, at least we're covered for theft. And like, oh no, you're not covered. I'm like, wait, you said that everything inside the Jeep is covered. And they said, yes, everything inside the Jeep is covered. If your Jeep is stolen, we will cover all the things in the Jeep. And I said, but if they cut open the Jeep and steal everything inside, that's not covered. They said, nope. So basically the thieves didn't steal enough. They stole everything in the Jeep, so we weren't covered. If they'd stole everything in the Jeep and the Jeep, they would have covered it, which is actually bullshit because they would have figured out how not to cover that too. They would have found another loophole. So anyways, yeah. So I hate insurance companies. So yeah, it's by the way, I'm not venting. I think it's freaking hilarious. So now it's like the same thing. I had two claims on health insurance that didn't get covered the exact, just as bad. So it's like, yeah, do I have health insurance? Of course not. I think it's a scam. It's a complete scam.
It's cheaper to go to Asia.
It's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper to fly to Asia. I had 4 surgeries in Asia in the last 2 years. It's cheaper to go to Asia and pay for what you need done than it is to get insurance over here and get ripped off. But yeah. No. Well, the thing is, here's the thing about the insurance companies. They took our money when nobody stole anything. They didn't give us back the money they took to cover this for our theft insurance. So they kept the money we paid them for theft insurance, and then when everything got stolen, they didn't pay for it. So it's just like it's one way. They take the money for your insurance, and then they don't give you money when they cover. Actually, no. What they said was, they honest to God, they said we will cover up to $500. This is, I swear, you cannot make this stuff up. They said we cover up to $500, and we said, well, wait a second, what do you mean $500? They said, well, we'll pay for the top, the fabric top. It costs $500, and they said we'll cover up to $500, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They're like, yeah, but there's a $500 deductible, so nothing. I kid you not. They actually honestly put it in writing that they would cover the thing, which was to the dollar the same cost as the deductible. They didn't even like try to make it seem like it wasn't on purpose. Yep. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Iris? You're very welcome for signing the disc. I'm very happy with that. Is this Kevin Jones? Is he throwing a sidearm? Wait, he doesn't have a sidearm. No, just kidding. He has a good sidearm. Look at Kevin Jones, though. It's sitting in second place right now. He's almost at a podium finish. If these guys don't step it up, he's going to be on the podium. Go, KJ. Yeah, it's true. Hey, y'all want to hear like another story? Want to hear about the medical insurance stories? I won't tell the story unless you guys ask for it, but it's actually equally as funny. And again, this is not like some passive aggressive, goofy stuff. I'm truly not upset over this. I think it's funny. But if y'all want to hear the story, I'd be happy to tell you about it. It's really bad. It has nothing to do with the Pro Tour, but Ganon's got a 5-stroke lead. All right. So those are my 2 auto insurance stories. The reason I don't have health insurance, and the reason I will never have health insurance, is I went and got it's been about 20 years, so I'm gonna have to like recap the story. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of tell you what happened. But basically, it was like 20 years ago. I got health insurance, and I paid like really good money back then. It was like I paid for it myself because I was self-employed. It was like $800 a month or something, like really ridiculous. But I think it was like a $2,500 deductible, but then it was 100% after that. So they're just going to cover everything. And I got, and that was it. That's what I paid, so much money and a high deductible, but then it's 100% above. I thought that was the safest bet. I could never pay more than this amount in a year. So I knew how much I could spend in a year, and it was capped. So I got meningitis. And when I went to the hospital, first they diagnosed me as, they thought I was patient X West Nile virus. They didn't know what it was because West Nile was coming to Colorado. I was on the news, and then they decided that it was viral bacterial meningitis, and they thought it was viral, and they kept bringing in experts. And I'm unconscious the whole time because they give you the shots and they knock you out because it's so painful. They just knock you out like so you don't have to deal with any of it. No big deal because I have insurance. And I'll never forget, I got a $17,000 bill, and they agreed to pay $4,000 of it, of a $17,000 bill. And I was like, well, wait a second. I go, I paid, and I talked to my insurance agent, I paid for 100% cut. You were going to pay 100% after the deductible. And she's like, yeah, and we will. I was like, well, why do I still owe $13,000 then? And she said, well, because a bunch of doctors came to see you that night that you checked in. I'm like, yeah, they didn't know what was wrong with me. So a bunch of different specialists came to see me. She's like, yeah, and we're paying 100% of the first doctor. We don't pay for any other doctors that same day. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, no, you can see one specialist per day, but we cover 100%. I'm like, no, you said 100% of everything, and they wouldn't, and they wouldn't cover it. They also said, I swear to God, they're like, and we're also, they're also charging me for my stay in the rooms, the hotel, in the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 6 days, and it was like, I forget what it was. It's like $1,000 a day to be in the room, and they paid 500 of it. And I said, wait a second, you said you're paying 100%. That's what the insurance said. She says, yeah, we do pay 100% of your hospital stay, up to $500 a day. I'm like, that's not what 100% is. And she's like, yeah, it's 100% up to 500. If you spend more than that, that's on you. Swear to God, right? So while I'm fighting the insurance company over this, while this was all going on, I swear you can't make this up. The second thing happened, which was my girlfriend had a lump in her breast, and we went to the hospital. We went to the, well, not the hospital. We went to the doctor, and she had to get a biopsy. And when we got there, they said, we got this. We're really excited. Got this new machine where we can actually look in real time, like with an X-ray or something. But they can actually see you go in and get the sample out, right, when you do the biopsy, instead of just kind of feeling and guessing. It's like, it's this really cool thing. But they were excited, and they literally said to me, we got this machine. It's not even like, we haven't even got the room ready for it, but we wanted to start using it, so we plugged it in over there. They made some reference to the fact that they were the room it was going to be used in wasn't ready yet, but they were so excited about it that they literally plugged it in and used it. Right? Cool. We're going to use it. So we do she does the biopsy. It was $4,000, and the bill came back $4,000. Insurance wouldn't pay any of it. And same insurance company. We contacted the insurance. What do you mean you're not covering this? And they said, oh, well, the machine was located in a room that was designated as an outpatient room, and we don't cover outpatient treatments. And I said, so if the machine had been in a different room, you cover it? She said, yeah, would have covered the whole thing. But the machine was in the wrong room, and they refused to cover it. So, yeah, that happened. Not exaggerating. By the way, just for the record, I never paid either of those bills, and they went away. They might have hurt my credit for a while, but no, that's a true story. I swear on I was going to say on my dying mother, but she already died. So I swear on somebody's dying mother. I'm not exaggerating these stories. Yeah. So yeah. So like, it's like, do I have health insurance? No, of course not. I have one policy. I do have a health insurance policy for, like, if something catastrophic happens, it's like the, huge deductible, but if you have to, if something really bad happens. But I don't have a policy to, like, go to the doctor and do doctor visits and checkups and routine stuff. Nope. Did Dickerson go out of bounds? Okay, I'm done bitching about insurance companies. Death and dismemberment, yeah. Well, at my age, it's kind of like, there's some things that can happen when you get older that when you get your annual checkup, you're like, please no. I'm covered for that. You still have to have that. But as far as like going to the hospital and, like, giving him my insurance information or going to a doctor, no, I pay cash. I pay cash with my primary. I pay cash with everybody. I go to Asia for surgeries. And I think I'd probably pay less by doing it that way than I would with insurance. I really do. Plus, I don't have to give those bloodsuckers my money.
Oh,
You just sound like I was just bitching there. Probably kind of did. Sorry. I mean, we're talking the auto things were 5 years ago, and the medical thing was 20 years ago. It's not like I'm upset over it or anything today. But you asked. Look at this. Is he going to go for the long basket? He is. He's going long. Is he? No. Oh, no, he's going to the regular landing zone. Yeah, it's not that hard of a hole. Yeah, it is. It's bad. They laugh when we're over in Europe. Like, probably the most common question that people asked about. They honest to God, everywhere you go, they ask about the healthcare. They're like, is it true that you blah 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 blah? It's like, yeah. Like, you love hearing my stories. Here, I'll give you a couple happy stories then. So when I was back in Michigan, if you didn't have auto insurance, please claim Panion Park. No, I have auto insurance. I have full coverage insurance because you have to have it for the for the vehicle, but I paid the minimum that I'm required to have. I mean, I think we're insured for theft against the merchandise in the vehicle, but I like it's a total scam because if someone broke into our vehicle and stole our merchandise, I do not believe for 1 second the insurance company is going to cover it. Like, I mean, I'm 0 for 5. I have filed 4 insurance claims in my life that were all completely fair what insurance is for, and I've gotten 0 on all 4 of them in 30 years. So I have no reason to think that they would actually pay, but I still have it because you kind of have to. No, so check this out. So when I was in England, I went to the doctor. This is great. When I was in England, I went to the doctor, and then I had to go see the doctor. 'Cause, old man health issues everywhere I go. And after I saw the doctor, I walked up to the receptionist and I said, "Yeah, where do I pay?" And she says, "Oh, there's no charge." And I said, "I'm like, oh, that's really nice. That's right, because we're in the UK." Okay, I'm not a citizen, so obviously there's, you know, like that doesn't apply to me. And she looks at me and she says, "Sir, I have no way of accepting money. I don't have a cash register and I don't have a credit card machine. Have a nice day." Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's not free. Obviously, it comes from tax dollars and it's paid for somewhere. But I did my research and I looked into how much the average citizen pays average in tax dollars for that system versus how much we pay with our employer getting less pay from our employers to ghost insurance and all that. And it's still a way better deal. It's a racket. But yeah, I have all my, I have, look at that. Is it Kyle? He's parked. It's in. Holy cow. Yeah, Kevin Jones is in second place right now. I mean, Ezra and Dickerson can catch him, but still. Yeah, I'm kind of half passively watching the event now because it looks like, unless something weird happens, I don't see Ganon giving them all back at this point. Burr throwing 3 and Burr's parked. Oh no. Oh, got it. There's a circle's edge putt. Now in Asia, I will tell you that we had 4 surgeries. We paid cash for. Check this out. We paid cash for the 4 surgeries in Asia. The first off, like in Bangkok, we did them all in Bangkok, Thailand. Oh wow, who just made it? Isaac Robinson just got an eagle on the par 5. Um, that's amazing. Look at that. Wow. Gotta watch this.
5-8 rain. Bring it up, buddy.
Beautiful. So when we were in Bangkok, we got 4 surgeries, and the doctors are all trained in the West. Like our oral surgeon went to study medicine in Germany, and the clinics are as clean and as sanitary and as modern. All the technology, like it's not like a third world country. It's every bit as sanitary and high tech as in the U.S. for sure. Because it's so much cheaper over there, we didn't just go to surgeons. We actually looked up, like, and I'm not exaggerating, we just found the best surgeons. Like, we went to the surgeons that if you were a movie star in Bangkok, you would go to because they were so much less expensive. We didn't even have to go see an average one. We got the 5 stars, state of the art, everything. And we did 4 surgeries for $30,000, which is, I know it's still a lot of money, but in the US, it would be like $150,000 for those 4 surgeries. Now, if you had insurance, you would pay like a $30,000 deductible. So you'd still have to pay the $30,000, but you'd have to have insurance to do it. And by the way, here's the funniest thing about these surgeries too. This is what's great. If you've ever noticed when you like with the insurance claims with the the stuff you get, it's almost impossible to navigate because you have an anesthesiologist and you have the hospital fee and the doctor's fee and the nurses, and there's like all these different things, and they add stuff on because you'll do one thing and then they have to add something on, and it turns out that you need extra gauze, so they charge you for extra gauze that wasn't part of the thing. Like if they wind up having to keep you over because there's complications, well, all of a sudden your bill's higher because they're just billing the insurance company. They don't give a shit, right? They're just billing insurance. So everything is kind of like a hodgepodge, and they decide on the fly what it's going to cost you. I am not kidding you. The surgeries we did in Bangkok, you go to the website and you add to cart. Right? Remember?
Yeah.
You scroll down, you're like, let's see, I'm going to be getting this surgery. Click add to cart. You want anesthesia? Click anesthesia. No, I'm just kidding. Anesthesia was included. And you just add to cart and you click pay and you swipe your credit card and it's a purchase. And you won't be charged anything afterwards because you made the purchase ahead of time. But yeah, we were adding surgeries to cart. I think that's so funny. Remember that?
I love the system.
Yeah.
I mean, even just if you consider you're gonna go into surgery and you don't have anxiety or what this is gonna cost.
No, you don't have the anxiety over surgery, over money, because you're
It's
like,
so
you know
quick.
ahead of time what it's going to cost. Here's the price. There's no nonsense. This is what it costs, and this is what you pay.
Like that's a whole better mindset to be going into anesthesia
Yeah.
with.
Oh, and then when you want to when you want to get medicine, you just walk into a pharmacy and ask them, you prescribe yourself. Like they don't do opiates. You don't get like you can't get like Percocet or something like that. But aside from that, it's like if you want medication, you just go to a pharmacy and say, hey, I did my research. This is what I have. I want that medicine, and they give it to you. It's really easy. You don't have to go to a doctor. Look at Isaac. Ridiculous. All right, now I'm watching. Yeah, Ganon's still up by 5. So Ganon's taking a victory lap now. It's kind of fun. No, but what? Calvin's probably going to park it. No, for sure he's going to park it. Give me a break. This is so easy. Watch Calvin's shot. It's going to be under the basket. Nah, it's not easy, but it's about, I mean, that's a 450-foot hyzer. It's a bad run up, but it's still 450 feet. Jakob? No, Jakob. Come on. Hit something. Woo. Jakob will make that. Is that the... Wait, what hole is that? That's 400 feet. Oh, that's the hole. Oh, I see. That's the landing zone, and then you throw it up there. It's a hard hole, but it's birdieable for sure. I was all excited watching the event when Ganon started off kind of flat, but then that didn't last.
No, that's maybe. Yeah.
No, it's the first shot that's the man, not the second shot. It's the first shot that's so hard. Landing that first shot safe is really tough. Like it sounds like it looks so easy on coverage. It's not easy at all. Every round, like there's people that are throwing that. Well, watch, they're going to drive it right now. There are going to be 4 people that are going to drive this next hole, and I'm going to predict at least one of them drives out of bounds. And they're all going to throw like mids. They're all going to throw mids to play it safe, and I'm still going to pick one of them to go out of bounds. Watch one of them. Robinson up first. See, that's perfect. All right, 1 for 1. We'll see if I'm right. Isaac Robinson got up to 29.
Well, there are 2 cards like.
Are they going that slow? Hey, Kevin Jones. Kevin could get a podium.
Not see track.
And then Ganon throws it perfect. Nope. And Ganon threw it out of bounds. And Ganon's wasn't trying to do anything special there. It is so hard. I was picking one of them to throw out of bounds. And that's because if they were trying to like throw a hard shot to give themselves a really good lie, they would be probably 2 out of bounds. But I would say 1 out of bounds because like that's a putter shot in the middle of the fairway. It's smart. Right now they're all just playing for money. Like the difference between like 3rd place and 5th place is, $1,000 or something. So like there's a lot of money in the line for every shot now. So an OB stroke is going to cost you a lot. And Klein throws, and then Klein's out of bounds. So 2 out of bounds out of 4. That drive is hard. That's the only that's the only really bad shot I threw yesterday. Or I threw 2 bad shots, but I threw that one out of bounds. And that's only because I was trying to get a birdie on the hole because I was still in the hunt I was like 3 under with 6 to go, and I still had a chance to get, or 3 under with 5 to go, and I thought I needed to get 4 of the last 5. So I thought I had to be aggressive, and I threw out of bounds and then played conservative from there out. Hey, Donna, how's Dallas doing?
Alvin Dickerson. It's someone for this given strokes over ball.
Balls. God, Paul's 12 under. Charles Richer watching from Bogota. Just got back from Touring City, same time zone. Fantastic. What's up, Chuck? Chuck's in watching.
Finish here at Ledgestone.
Yeah, Dickerson doing good.
Finish here.
Yeah, after this hole, there are, 15. He's 5 up by 3. -3 through 5, he's up by 3 strokes. God, Dallas is so good. Hey, Donna, don't tell him I said that. No, so Donna's talking about Dallas, my first sponsored player. I got some really good news for Dallas. I can't share it here publicly, but I got something that's really neat. I should send him a message and let him know tonight. Actually, I probably should. I'll set up a call with. Wow, people are screaming out in the hallway. I will. I'll actually give him a call tonight and let him know. Hopefully he's gonna win. I played pretty well, Chuck. Yeah, I did okay. I had a decent first round, 2016, and then I had a good 3rd round. But like, you can't have 2 good rounds out here out of 3 and make the cut and cash. It's ridiculous. But oh, he had bad footing. Yeah. So yeah, and by the way, Chuck, we're going to be I think in Colombia. Our plan is to be in Colombia this winter. We're talking about going there. Yeah, it's amazing. The competition is so tough. Well, everybody's just great. Like you can't play good and score well. Like you have to play great. Like if you're a really good golfer and you play good, that's not good enough. I am definitely playing Worlds. I have every intention of winning it. I definitely want to do something crazy there. I would love to I would love to win, but if I could, it would be really cool to pull out a top 10 finish or just something, just kind of shock everybody. It's definitely not out of the question. Have I attended any tournaments in Tyler, Texas? Yeah, I was at Texas State Championships a couple years ago. Chuck said Chuck says it's really nice here. Would love this place. He's in Bogota, Colombia. Yeah, I'll be in Bogota, Colombia. I think in December. There's a whole bunch of disc stuff happening. I think so. I'm probably going to be there in Bogota. Oops. I'll be in Bogota and Medellin, which I was told is called Medellin, even though it's spelled like Medellin, but they call it Medellin down there. But we'll be there. But yeah, of course, I was in Tyler, Texas just a couple weeks ago. Hope you and Dallas can be in the same card at Worlds at least one round. Well, you better be on the lead card then. Right on. You go up down the road from Tyler in Athens. Yeah, Tyler's a great city. We were in Tyler, what, 2 weeks ago. We just came from Tyler, Texas, 2 weeks ago. We ate dinner at what's that Asian restaurant we went to?
That's in Linden.
Oh, that's in Lindale. So we ate dinner in Lindale. Yep, Kyle Klein just parks it. Yeah, pretty close anyways. All right. Couple more holes. Jakob Simmerad. I wish he would get a really good sidearm. He's such a good golfer, but that sidearm will give him a stroke or two around. Doesn't matter how good your Anheuser is. There's situations where sidearms are better. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the holes. I'm pretty sure I got 17 all 3 rounds. I mean, it's such an easy sidearm. He did. He's safe. Yeah, Kyle Klein's got a shot. Watch it. So Gannon's probably going to par it because where he get out of bounds. Yeah, Kyle Klein's. Yeah. Well, Kyle Klein's is so unassuming. He just looks like the perfect little sweet kid next door because he is a really sweet kid. But he's a killer. All these guys are killers. I mean, they're all like if you're competing against them, they'll break your heart. They will make you feel less. They can make you feel like you're not good.
Add about what we're watching down here.
Let's see.
They didn't, and they all agreed on shots. So
Yeah, it's right. Ice in the veins. It is. I mean, there is something to be said. Look, we're talking about like getting nerves and stuff like that. It's not like people don't have nerves, but when it's your job and you do it every week, you do settle into it. It's not like any one tournament is bigger than another. Now if you're on your first lead card or if you're in contention to win for the first time, like the new experience might feel like something, but the day in, day out is like it does get normalized. See where Gannon's there? Gannon's about like 440 feet from the hole. It's not like I don't say it's easy, but like he should be in the circle here. There's no reason not to be circle. Yeah. So yeah, he's right, 20 feet. Does it get less fun? I don't think so. Not to me. To me, it's. So here, I got a different perspective on fun because I'm a I'm a grown man who's lived in the world. It's like the only way what they're doing is not fun is if you've never actually lived in the real world, had a job, had to pay your bills, had to, you know, borrow money, to cover your electric bill one month, or got fired right before Christmas, or been treated like shit by your boss, or been underpaid, or had somebody get promoted ahead of you because they were a sibling of the owner, or like fill in the blank. Like if you lived in the real world and then you come out here and you play frisbee golf for a living, like if it's not fun, there's something wrong with you. Now, if you've never lived in the real world and you have nothing to compare it to, then it's like it maybe feels like a little bit more of a grind or a little bit more difficult, a little bit more stressful, just because you haven't actually seen what it can be like. And that's just perspective of youth, right? I mean, none of us have, perspective. Like when we're young, we don't, you know, we have nothing to base life on. So yeah, so I think it's less fun. So for me, having lived in the real world before, like nothing could be more fun. I mean, like, so for example, people are like, how long am I going to keep doing this? It's like, what do you mean, how long? I'm going to do it as long as I possibly can, because the alternative to not living the life I live is doing something else. Like, what else am I going to do that's more fun than this? You know, the only thing that would be comparable to this is when I'm traveling around the world, going to unique places and going to developing countries and just exploring the world, right? Which is like, you know, which I can't afford to do all the time right now. But if I wasn't doing this for my career, like what else am I going to do? Sit in a warehouse and pack discs and make sales calls, or go sell software? Like no, this is the funnest thing in the world, because I know how much less fun it can be. So yeah. So it's fun. I don't think it's any less fun for me. Look at this. Kevin Jones, Ezra Robinson. Look at this. KJ sitting there like wondering if he's gonna have a podium finish or not. He's again just make his par putt. All right. They got 4 holes to go. And yes, these kids coming up to pros are so good. I mean, this has been happening for several, like for not several, for years now. You know, the generation after Paul that came up was so damn good, you know, after the Paul and Ricky era. And then the next generation is that good too. Like, I mean, I mean, look at the lead card. The Robinson, Klein, and Gannon. Like that doesn't have AB or Paul or Ricky or Calvin or like, no, it's kind of insane. Okay, so Gannon's up to 5 under, so yeah, not too shabby, Gannon. He's still playing good, but it's stupid. 3 holes to go, 4 holes to go. This hole here is so easy. 5-stroke lead, 4 holes to go. Flight Factory drone. Did you guys see the drone footage of Cole Redallen I shot yesterday? If you go to my Instagram, you can see the last. If you go to my Instagram, it'll show you. I shot drone footage of Cole Redallen inside a Culver's. Isaac Robinson parked. That's perfect. Isaac Robinson is 2 strokes behind Ezra. You saw that, Donna, of Cole? I'm a big Cole Redallen fan. Yeah, I didn't even list last year's winner when I listed the murders row of players. And that's so crazy. Gannon's showing a backhand. Such an easy sidearm, but he'll probably make that too. No, he threw it short. KJ still sitting in second. Oh yeah, on my Instagram. Charlie, I agree. It's more fun than a real job, but it has to be a little frustrating being so good and fighting to make cuts. Did you see Brody's post about feeling burned out? Look, I mean, anybody can get burned out doing anything. I'm not dismissing it. It's just, I think it's just trying to, it's to have this self-awareness that like, let me go talk to someone who's been hanging drywall for 30 years and tell them how rough my day was. Oh, it was really hot out there. You know, like it was so hot out. playing disc golf all day today, but I still had to get my field work in, and my back's a little tight. And like, say that to someone that hangs drywall all day, or someone who's stuck in middle management at Verizon headquarters or something. Like, I just think I feel like for me, it's important to be aware of how lucky I am. And so if I start to say something isn't fun, I kind of feel like a douchebag because I'm not pulling coal out of the ground, and I'm not I'm not pulling crab off the bottom of the Bering Strait. So I'm never gonna like talk about how it's not fun. The worst day out here is I'm playing. The worst day out here, I'm in a nice hotel room. I didn't have to wash my towels. I got free buffet breakfast. Woke up next to someone I like waking up next to, and I played disc golf. And then, I had to run a clinic and then stop at a couple pro shops and drive 3 hours, like Crimea River. It's very important to me that I don't ever forget that. Hey, man, thank you for answering a few of my questions. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Keep safe. Keep slinging those discs. I will keep slinging those discs. Thank you. Yep. Or laying tile. You lay tile, Dale? Hey, Dale, do you lay tile? Come on, I gotta know. Since you threw that out there, I gotta know if you're, because I actually did tile for 6 months. Just about the hardest thing I ever did in my life. But I know how to lay tile now. Tile Klein. Did he really back? Can he like, oh God, these guys are having, this is so rough for them. Now I'm a truck driver, my father-in-law does. Yeah, it's hard work. Dude, the hardest thing I ever did. So this is when I was like 20, but I got a job helping a person who lays tile, and basically all I did is wash buckets. I swear, I stirred concrete and cement and washed buckets. And it's like, yeah, playing frisbee golf's easier. God, he putts so hard. That would have gone OB long if you would have missed it. Ganon putts. You ever notice the Ganon putts hard?
Like a bullet.
Yeah, truck driver is hard. How about that? How about the strain it puts on your back, and how about the monotony of being on the road, and then having to follow all sorts of regulations where your job could be easier, but you got to follow regulations, even if they're good regulations. You're like, I don't know. I think that's a hard life.
The deadlines
And the deadlines and the stress, and then even if you own your own truck, you're still probably having someone telling you what to do all day. Like, none of us out on tour are being told what to do, for crying out loud. How the hell can you possibly complain? So, yeah, you're never gonna hear me complain about my day. You watched Charles? Yeah, Chuck. Chuck is a real good friend of mine who's very successful, who did it from the ground up by his bootstraps. I mean, he that's what you did. You washed dishes and pots for $3.25 an hour when you were 14. You just dated yourself, Chuck. It was $4.25 when I was 15. But yeah, I mean, God, I almost feel like you have to like do that to appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. And by the way, I'm not blaming the kids. If you're a 16-year-old kid and you're really good and you're out on tour at 18, it's not your fault that you've never been in the real world. What are you supposed to do? Not go out on tour because you take some crappy job for 2 years so you can have glowing perspective? Like, of course not. Like, nobody would. Like, I wouldn't have. Nobody would have. So I don't blame them for not understanding. But it's important to be self-aware, because if you're a touring pro and you start bitching about things that other people would, when they would trade places with you, it's not a good look. I don't think it's what you want to be doing. Look at Dickerson. Jesus Christ. He just threw like by far the harder route to get to the hole and just parked it. Been driving truck for 23 years. Used to be fun, but government and people not paying attention is really taking the enjoyment out of it. Yeah. Hey, at least, hey, Dale. At least you've been doing it for 23 years. You're probably not getting replaced by a computer chip, right?
for sure.
I had, by the way, just happened to me. I was leaving the course 2 days ago because I got a brand new. Oh yeah, we'll call it tonight. I got a brand new Sprinter van, and yeah, not yet. I got this brand new Sprinter van, and I'm leaving the course 2 days ago. And it's a big, expensive, like fancy new Sprinter van. It's modern, everything, and it has AI and all this stuff. It's being used. And I'm driving down the course, and I was kind of like not really paying attention. And we're, there's like a 5 mile road to the highway, it's like a country road. Anyways, there's a guy stopped in my lane. He was going to be turning left, and I kind of looked up and saw him, and I wasn't going to crash into him. Like I saw him in time to hit the brakes, but I was going to have to brake pretty hard. It happens sometimes. I go to hit the brakes, and before I hit the brakes, my van slams on the brake for me and just stops. And I was like, I didn't even touch the brakes. And I was like, holy shit. My van won't let me crash into somebody. Like, I don't think, because it's done it before, right? Where we've been backing out of something and I had plenty of room, but it slams the brakes on for me. So basically, if things don't malfunction, I am incapable of crashing my van. Like if I tried to run into a brick wall, it would sense how far the wall was, how fast I was going, and it would stop before I got there, which is ludicrous. Maybe school or college for the young guys, but that's tough. Could they really do school and tour? Not sure if it's possible. No, but why would you? I mean, I'm not a big fan of going to school. If you're a professional, like you could make a life in disc golf and build a career and build a company and build a brand and build products and like here it goes. And he's safe. Like I don't know why any of these kids actually want to go to school. Like if they want to go to school, they can go to school later. But there's I got my opinions. Wow, he sees. That's what I mean. There's trees that could have hit when they hit the guy. Like you can't just say it was going to be safe. With online courses, it's possible to do school and tour for sure. Maybe you could do better too, because you go to school for 4 years and you take 2.5 years worth of classes you need, and they force you to pay for a year and a half worth of classes you don't, that have nothing to do with what you're studying. It's such a bizarre system. I don't even understand how that whole system works. It just seems weird to me. I'm not crapping on it. I'm saying I don't understand it. Your truck does that. It slams on the brakes. It thinks you're going to hit something. Sometimes the guardrail sets it off and snaps your head forward. I hate it. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Dale. I hate it too whenever it's done it. And I'm simultaneously like, I'm really glad. Like, I think it's really cool. Like, can you imagine if every single car on the road, he just missed a Mando. He missed a Mando.
Brian, that's what we saw. That was the guy saw build the bump.
Oh no, he knew he missed a Mando. Okay. Yeah, no, like if every single car on the road had that, there can't be an accident, right? How about that? Like if you literally, the only accident should be if someone on the curb jumps out in front of you at the last second or something. But no, it'd be wild. By the way, and it's possible to have this happen. I'll tell you how I know this, because we were just in Japan, right? And in Japan, everything is about courtesy and respect. They, like there's no talking on the trains. Like on the subways, there's no talking. You're on a bullet train going 200 miles an hour. There's no talking. The reason why is because it's a quiet, peaceful experience. Everybody's respectful. Zero people are being loud. Nobody's talking on their phones. Nobody's watching videos without headphones on, because everybody's respecting everybody else. There's a word for it, but it means harmony. And one of the things they do to keep it harmonious, and it's almost unnerving when you're there, they don't allow older cars on the road. There are no, remember this, said Jana? there's no loud cars. Everybody's car is per. So because there's no loud cars, they just said, no, your car's old. You're not allowed to drive it. It's disrespectful. Why should somebody else who's sitting on a patio cafe have to hear your car drive by? It's rude. Go get another car. So it's possible, I think, that they do that where they could we'll get to a point where they're like, no, you got to have a car with Insta brakes. Wouldn't that be cool? I know all the old classic car people are gonna hate me. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of self-driving cars. What speed driver can I throw the farthest now? I mean, 13s, 12s, 13s for sure. I mean, I still throw pretty far. I mean, I'm still very comfortably over. I mean, like controlled golf shots, I'm still comfortably over 500 feet on backhands and sidearms, and can get up to the 550 range pretty routinely if I have to. Like if I'm really just chucking it. So I definitely throw. I mean, I throw compared to the guys on tour. I throw backhands farther than probably of the touring players, like say the top, 60 touring players. I throw backhands farther than probably half of them. I'm like right in the middle of the pack, probably. And I throw sidearms farther than every one of them. So I definitely don't have to throw, fortunately, I don't have to throw slower discs, um, or anything. But I also throw a lot of control shots. I throw a lot of felons. I throw the force a lot, which is like a speed 12 or something, but it's so overstable. It doesn't fly it flies about as far as a felon does. So I definitely, oops, Robinson for bogey. Can't believe you missed Amanda. That's crazy. So anyways, yeah, so I throw a lot more controlled shots,
We talked about it.
like a lot of the ones, like hole 13 here, that big long one over the water. Like the big long one that starts off over the water. I mean, it's not a far throw off the tee pad. It's only like where you want to land, like 375, 380, something like that. Like it's not really a mash. I mean, for like a touring player, it's like that is a pretty routine like hyzer shot. So I don't throw like a disc that flies far. Like I threw the force because or at least 2 of the 3 rounds I threw a force just so it wouldn't go too far. Because if it goes too far, you get pinched behind the trees. So you actually don't even want to throw it far. A lot of the holes are like that out here on the tour. Just because you throw far doesn't mean you're trying to throw far on the hole, because there's OB, there's landing zones, there's risk reward. Here it goes. Hole 17. This is the hole. They go 5 on it second round. On the left position, not where it is now, but on the left pin position, if you saw the coverage, like 2 feet or maybe 4 feet behind the basket's a little wall. It's safe. It's like another 20 feet out of bounds, but about 3 feet behind the basket. I hit the ground and it slid up right underneath the basket, and then just like hit the wall right behind the basket, and it picked up and it rolled all the way backwards, like 40 feet into the water, 30 feet into the water. Like, I mean, I literally like put it basically in the bullseye, and then it rolled out of bounds, and then I went to the drop zone and I tried to make the putt and putted hard and didn't hit anything. But that's okay. That's okay. I love that Ganon's throwing the sidearm. I love that he's throwing the sidearm on a hole where he can throw backhand or sidearm. That makes me so happy. He was leaning on his backhand, and now he's really throwing his sidearm a lot. And did he get it? Yes, he did. Wow. So Ganon's still just, yeah. Let's see, Dickerson and Robinson and Kevin Jones. So Kevin Jones is not on the podium as long as Ezra throws it safe. And I'm sure he's going to. Without any wind, you should probably land. Klein throwing. He's going to get the ace. Klein for the ace. Look at that. It's going to be an ace.
For Kyle Klein, bouncing over the email by maybe a disc length.
base. Isaac.
Watch him. Isaac's gonna park it too. 5 for 5. I mean 4 for 4.
Left.
Nope. Safe.
Stayed in. Isaac dropped. Hard 32 here at 17. Play. Bird's bad is better than we're good.
Burr's bad is better than you're good. Burr averaged 1053 at Eureka.
Oh, he's gonna get the 8 right here. He's gonna shoot 10.
He's gonna shoot 1053. Jesus Christ, Ganon. He's still gonna shoot an 8 under by birding like 8 of the last 10.
Parked on the 17. Best I saw this weekend.
Make Burr Ledgestone open storylines. What about Scott Stokely's ace?
That's one of those. I don't know anything about me, guys.
Mick Burr mode. He called it Mick Burr mode.
Good moments across the pond. I'm trending in the right direction. But finish. Didn't start out that great, but I'm going to chase you down. Back off. So you guys are subscribing.
All right, you guys.
Your friends today.
Got one more hole to go. We'll see what Ganon does. You know, if Ganon takes an 11,
Like Paul. Like the extra period. Yep. Oh, that.
I don't know. Somehow I feel like Ganon's not going to get an 11 on the last hole.
Yeah, I'm a great one. Yeah.
Got a hunch.
18.
He's a sweet kid too. Like I say that, I use that word a lot, sweet kid, but it's like they're sweet kids, man. I like every one of them. They like I feel like this is my sport, right? And they make me very proud of how they treat it. All right, Isaac. Etcher's gonna beat him.
Oh,
God, just 33 feet.
you're on Sunday afternoon.
Even that's even that is a bad throw. Like landing 33 feet away on a 320-foot shot with no wind. That's really not something you should do. Again, winning by 7. How do you win by 7 strokes against a field like this? That literally makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like nobody should be this far ahead of the pack when the field's this deep. Like you know, by definition, there's always going to be a best player. If you have 100 people, like there's the first best and the second best, right? And the first best there can be a gap between the first best and the second best, right? That can also happen. But when the gap between second best and like 50th best is like everybody's good, the top person should still almost never win because there's 50 people that can get hot. Like every one of them is less likely to win than the top guy. But there's 50 opportunities for one of them to get hot. Nobody should be winning the way Ganon's winning in this field. I mean, it's not. It's incredible. You know, I mean, in AB and Calvin, I mean, God, these guys are they're right there.
Top 32.
But he's separated himself.
Bunch of places we get. He's gonna replace 13.
I mean, Gannon is probably wrapped up Player of the Year already. Unless something weird happens, he's probably done enough to get Player of the Year today. Maybe if AB comes out and takes home a couple or something, but and Wysocki, how can we forget Ricky? My God. Yeah, it is. Like I said, like it is frustrating. I mean, fortunately, everybody likes each other, so nobody's mad about it. Nobody's like pissed off. Whoa, that guy! You know, it's because it's Ganon. He's friends with everybody. Everyone likes him. but it's like nobody should be this far ahead. Like the best player in the world should win every fifth or every sixth event at most, because there's just so much competition. I mean, if Ricky wins one or two, and AB wins one or two, and Klein wins one, and go down the list of all the players that are likely to win at least one this year, and that doesn't even leave any tournaments for Ganon. And yet he's consistently winning these.
Ryan, we might talk about what you saw on the ground here today. Yeah, you know what, man? I went up to his caddy, Matt, as we were waiting, and I just asked him a curious question. I said, Ganon's game better than I do. More than likely, you see him at every practice round and whatnot. And he's supported Ganon for years. And I said, out of 100, if 100 is highest potential, highest skill ceiling for Ganon possible, what grade would you give him this weekend? And he said 85, which is pretty solid. And he said, he only made 4 real mistakes this weekend from my perspective. Which is saying a lot. I mean, 4 mistakes over the course of 4 rounds at Lake Eureka, that's phenomenal. And that's the stuff you need to take into the World Championships. And if he does that again, scores another 85, not sure how many people could beat him.
It's silly, right? Clemens had a top 20.
It's a fair take from that, too. But
All right, here goes Ganon. Victory lap, hole 18.
Survive. Mistake. 4 or 5 mistakes. Oh, wait. That's what
All right, Chris Dickerson trying to get into Kevin Jones. If Dickerson misses it, then Kevin Jones could be on the podium. Oh no, Dickerson is. I'm sorry, no, Dickerson's going for birdie. So Dickerson would have to 3-putt for KJ to get in, which is, unless, I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. KJ just outside the podium.
it's a little third as it sits, right?
Pretty impressive. Here goes Ganon.
Back on the tee.
Yeah, that's good, but that's where my sidearm landed yesterday. It did.
That's what
I got a hold of it.
the last hole.
It's a stress drive. That's
Yeah, I like KJ too. He's kind of becoming the old guard, right? How quickly, like someone like Kevin Jones is kind of like not with the old guys, but he's one of the vets now. What is he? How do you think KJ is? 26, 28? Look at
It's too bad the PDGA doesn't actually have that listed.
that's bizarre that PDJ doesn't list your age.
For the longer
That is so strange.
friendly bounces here for Power Pine coming down the home stretch.
he needed it.
He did. Got plenty of out there. A lot of it was self-inflicted. Boys people coming back.
Isaac.
Look at all 4 drives are great. Those are really good.
Spot.
See, they're all friends.
Talk about the premium price of the top if enough time to pile up. That's won 4 out of 5 4-rounded.
It didn't take him long to bring the right to the top. After round 2, he was right back up at the top of the leaderboard.
After he's won 4. All right. Final Dallas update before this round is over. Playing 21 holes today, 5 under through 11, 16 for the tournament, up by 2. Please say hi to Adriana for me too. Take care and safe travels to you both. I would turn the camera so she could wave to you, but I don't think she would want me to do that.
Take long.
But I'll tell her you said hi. Look at Ganon Burr. And then European Open.
What's going away? Learning how to do it. That's very
Yep. No, it wasn't the same approach from Ricky. Ricky had a little tougher stance. Yeah, I'll check on Dallas's round too.
never really got closer than 4 or 5.
Look at this. See right here? That's right where Ezra is where I threw the sidearm over the water yesterday on my second round. Oh, he just hit a squirrel. He just missed a squirrel. All right. Don, that's always great to talk to you though. We love you guys so much. Your whole family is, we got bigger things happening.
Excellent stuff. Timer.
Calvin, Jesus Christ, Calvin parred 2 holes that round.
That first 4 holes.
Calvin had 2 pars. 2 pars, 4 bogeys, 12 birdies. Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. How does that even happen?
Isaac is second.
Oh, it's going to be tricky. Dickerson and Heinberg. So Kevin dropped to 5th. That's still really good, though. Yeah, we were grateful to know you guys, too. Gannon throws, and he just parked it.
Wait, huh? Fired that thing right up there in the circle one.
Oh, no, don't go in the water. No, but it's okay. Now Kyle hit an early tree, but he's got an easy approach from there.
Kyle, it's been Brian, it's been a day for Kyle to talk about what that was like on the ground. You know, I like how he's composing himself. Yeah, he's feeling frustration at these moments when he's throwing rough shots, but he's trying to snap back to focus. He's doing the best he can. He actually came up to me on the fairway at 16, and he kind of had these puppy dog eyes, and he just said, Brian, everyone has days like this, right? I was like, of course. That's cool. He kind of laughed it off. He said, yeah, it's just one of those days for me, man. I can't get it right. I just don't have the feel. Maybe next time. Not a bad attitude to have.
No, it's a case of maybe trying a little too hard. Mr. Klein this afternoon. Brian, this guy's playing bad. It stings when these opportunities don't come together for you. There's so many talented players out there, so many guys that find themselves in this situation on the final day.
All right, you guys, we're about to call it a day.
It stings.
Robinson. Love that putter. His best poker, but solo second.
Awesome stuff. Was another step.
Yeah. All right. Part of the process.
Part of the process, man. You know, it's hard to just show up and be Ganon first. Most of other players showed up on tour. Have to fit everybody's imagination with technically another run. It's gonna get there.
It's fair of 6.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And Ezra beat him. Bragging rights. All right, Gannon for the win. Sanchez and hit and roll in the water 4 times. Which I suspect he's probably not.
This fast. Ledgestone. It's on the back.
Sick. So sick. Sick and unbelievably sick. Unbelievable. Kid's the best in the world. It's going to be a great World Championships. It's going to break his heart when I beat him. God, I'm going to feel so bad about beating him at Worlds and beating everybody at Worlds. It's going to break their young hearts. But what are you going to do? I mean, I got to do what I got to do. That's what's best for my disc brand, is for me to win Worlds. So I think I'm going to probably win Worlds for sure. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining. I appreciate y'all very much. And it was fun getting to watch with you guys. And I'm going to click off and then, yeah. Oh, no, I'm going to definitely win Worlds for sure. There's no question. In fact, I'm calling it right here. You heard it here. That's my plan. Yeah, man. Thanks, you guys. You guys are the best. Wow. Ganon. Just ridiculous.
Day.
Look at this. That's the hole I aced right there. See, look, Ganon didn't even get an ace on that hole. My God. Am I right? All right. Thanks, everyone.